Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Joe Flash, and I'm back with another voice comparison reaction video. Sorry about these notifications going off, but anyway. So, earlier today, I did or maybe a few hours ago, I don't know how long it was ago, but I did the Wasp in my last video. Janet Van Dyne / Janet Pym Wasp, for that matter, since, the MCU is the only version where it contains Hope Van Dyne / Hope Pym Wasp. But, never mind. So in my last video with the Wasp, some of you probably wanted to take a guess and wondering who was going to be next in my next video. Well, for those of you that guessed it right, congratulations. For those of you that didn't get it right, that's okay, because you know what? It's perfectly fine. You know, there's no right and wrong when it comes to these videos. So the next Marvel character I'll be doing, another Avengers type character, since I'm kind of mostly going through the Avengers for that matter. The next one I'm going to be doing, it was only a matter of time before I was going to get to him anyway, is none other than the one and only Black Panther. Obviously, T'Challa's Black Panther, for that matter, because we know that there was T'Chaka, the original Black Panther, which was T'Challa's father before he was killed, and then T'Challa came through, and then obviously we all know T'Challa's Black Panther story. This one's just titled Black Panther, so I'm wondering if it's just going to be all T'Challa, or if maybe perhaps they're going to include T'Chaka. I don't know, I'm just wondering, you know what I'm saying? But this is a great, you know, one. I'm already going to tell this is going to already be great. Black Panther, a great character indeed in the Marvel Universe, is a fantastic legendary story. The Black Panther film from back in, I think, in 2018, if it was... Yeah, 2018 was great. The movie was fantastic. 2018's Black Panther film was great. I watched it at home, and I even watched it on the bus when we were on our way back from New Mexico that year for church camp. It's a great film. Loved it. It's just a movie that will never be forgotten. And, you know, this is just, you know, a great story. You know, anywhere he has a great legacy, a great story to share. Black Panther is one heck of a Marvel superhero that shall never be forgotten. He's an inspirational guy. Like, there's no doubt about it that he deserves a lot of credit for what he's done over the years. You know, Black Panther is just... like, how can you not imagine him in the Marvel Universe, especially when it comes to him being a part of the Avengers? Like, there's no way I'd be able to imagine Marvel without Black Panther. It's impossible. He's an important character, and he is definitely a founding member of the Avengers for a reason. So there's not really much else left to be said. I could say some more, but I think I might as well let the video speak for itself. Let's go ahead and get right into this, shall we? I'm looking forward to this one. This should be a really, really, really good one. Like, I'm actually looking forward to this one. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? So, like John Cena and Triple H always say, your time is up, my time is now. It's time to play the game. Let's go ahead and get into this, shall we? Black Panther, T'Challa, voice comparison in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Comparing the voices of the Black Panther.
As the new chief of the Wakanda, I realized I must prepare for his...
I look like Batman in this picture, but alright.
Selling off small amounts of our vibranium allowed me to amass a fortune and attend the finest schools. Using my knowledge of advanced physics,
yep.
I designed complex inventions...
excuse me, that's my friend Narrowly. I was texting her something earlier today. I'll catch back up with her after this video.
Training myself for my supreme test. Hunt the Fantastic Four.
When I became the king of Wakanda, I also became the Black Panther. Defender.
Excellent voice right there. Plus, Phil Lamar is a great voice actor anyway, so that's fantastic right there. As long as you got the accent and the serious-sounding voice, it works for Black Panther, and that's fantastic right there. That's a good definition of a good voice for him right there. And I kind of did actually forget that I think he was in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1. He was just rarely seen, I think. I'm not sure. I mostly remember Black Panther being in Ultimate Alliance 2, but I think, yeah, there was a point in time he was in Ultimate Alliance 1. I just probably forgotten, but still, great voice.
For this reason, I was trained in all forms of combat and educated at the
Listen
best
to that. That's
schools
beautiful
around
right
the
there.
world.
That's a
It is
fantastic
no small feat
voice.
protecting my country. It holds a large deposit of vibranium, a very rare mineral. And While vibranium allows my people an unequal
I love
standard
this.
of
This is
living,
fantastic.
it also forces me to continually
I could tell that, like I
battle
said, I could
those
just tell it's going to be
Wakandans.
good, because I could tell a lot of these guys are going to do fantastic. Yes,
All of our
of course. This was where I was first introduced to Black Panther. Ultimate Avengers 2, Rise of the Panther. Great movie, and yes, fantastic as well. Definitely double thumbs up. What was the man's name again? Jeffrey D. Sams.
He wanted war in the very lifeblood of our land. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Yes, Ultimate Alliance 2. Yes. Thumbs up to Tim Russ.
What should we do with
I remember that mission. I do remember the mission. It was pretty tough, but I got through it.
Hear me now. I am the king of Wakanda, and I will not be interfered with.
What do you want?
The villain Moses Magnum has stolen something sacred to Wakanda. It is the king's responsibility to return it. I care nothing about
Yeah, sure, it works.
and I can.
That's an underrated Iron Man show, but Iron Man Armored Adventures was pretty good. It's probably underrated for a few reasons, mainly because Tony Stark's actually a teenager in this one, so therefore some of the characters in this one, you know, like some of the Avengers were... Well, not the Avengers, but there was a few other people, like, you know, his best friend Rhodey and Pepper Potts, they were all young. And yeah, I did see that little clip on YouTube, yeah, where Black Panther was in this, and yeah, even T'Challa was pretty young too, but still... I'd give it a thumbs up, because it's a good show, and plus it would be fitting enough, you know? Even if maybe it's not the best because of the fact that he's young too, like Iron Man, but it doesn't matter, you know? It's still great.
Less about you. Outsiders have brought.
Even though he sounds more fun and everything, but it still works.
I will catch Moses Magnum, and Iron Man will not stand in my way.
And he's got a little bit of the accent too.
Let's get to working out. I'm hoping for some real action. Time to drain your brain, Mohawk. I never thought I'd want to see Doom back in charge.
Yep,
That you
that
will
works
kill
too.
my mother? You will anyway. That you will destroy my kingdom? You will do that too. It doesn't really matter what you do.
Wow.
I'm still going to kill you. So what's your leverage? And learn from
This one
your
kind of blew me
mistakes.
away. I'm sorry. That's fantastic right there.
I had a thin
I've never
layer
seen
of
this before.
vibranium
Was
put
this
in
an
my
animated
suit.
film that was made back
It
then?
makes your attack useless.
Choose me and I'll show you what Wakanda can do. Black Panther. The Panther is on the prowl. Hope I can get all these prizes back to Wakanda in one piece. Who says Panthers don't like to get wet? Panthers are solitary.
I'll say maybe for this one.
Let's do this for Wakanda.
Some thugs stole my milk.
Oh,
I tracked them
Yes.
to this location, but why would they...
even though I admit, not a big fan of the helmet design that they gave it him for Lego Marvel Superheroes 1, but I do like the second one better. Like, I understand what they were originally going with the Lego designs back then, but honestly, just looking at it, it doesn't really look that good, honestly. It kind of looks a little... It looks a little too big, honestly, so... I prefer the design they gave for him in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which is kind of based more of Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, you know, and he gets a new little headpiece where instead of it just being like the top part of the Lego piece, you know, it has like a little extra piece on that contains his little ears or whatever they are. So I like the second design for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 Black Panther better than this one. It worked, but, you know, the second one's a better design. You know, the Chadwick Boseman Lego design's better.
milk which one can easily buy.
MCU's Black Panther Lego
This smells like
design's
traffic.
way more better.
Help me take these villains down.
Plus, I'm getting more used to nowadays with seeing Black Panther with all those details on his suit, you know, it's pretty awesome. Really looks more armor-like, you know what I'm saying?
Help me disable this contraption.
It's supposed to be vibranium as well, so that's another.
Trust is something you have to earn.
Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Never heard of this.
What the hell is this? It's the last place you'll see. Today. Those security guards you killed, they had wives and children. And when I speak to them tonight, I will tell them you are going to pay for your crimes.
Okay, that's good.
Logan is right. I should leave you out
Took me a little while to realize, but yeah, that's good. I'll work with it.
I am not surrendering, Captain.
Yes,
I have simply
of
said
course.
enough.
What other, who else are you going to include in this video other than the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers show? How can you not make a voice comparison video without the Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers show? One of the best and greatest shows of all time, so definite double thumbs up. Definite double thumbs up to James C. Mathis 3, if that's how you say his name.
I am the Black Panther.
Oh, and he voiced him in Avengers Assemble as well. Nice.
Tell me, Captain America. Is it really your
Avengers Assemble wasn't a bad show either, you know.
respect for helping me stop
Even though it may not be the best compared to Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but Avengers Assemble don't seem like it's that bad of a show either, you know. I probably wouldn't mind checking out Avengers Assemble out if I was to see the series.
Did you hear me?
How long did that series even last for anyway?
Do not wake a sleeping panther.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this Avengers Academy?
My people proud.
Oh, well, there's him with the hoodie on. Let me listen to the voice again, though.
Do not wake a sleeping panther. I will make my people proud. Nothing compares to the wonders of Wakanda. You'd be a fool to challenge the Black Panther.
Yeah.
I do not like fighting.
Even though it's supposed to sound more like a teenager because it's Avengers Academy, but still, the accent makes it sound good, so yeah.
This academy. The king has spoken.
Yes! Yes, of course. Oh, thank goodness he included him. Thank God that he's included in this video. It would not be the same without him, especially if you were checking this video out nowadays. It would have never have been the same with him not being featured in this video, especially nowadays. Thank God he is in this video. A definite double thumbs up, without a doubt. There's no one other greater actor that played Black Panther more better than Chadwick Boseman himself. He made the definition of T'Challa when he was in the MCU and played him, especially in the Black Panther movie in 2018. There was no one better than Chadwick Boseman to play him, man. He brought the character to life. He had all the tools to be T'Challa and everything. He was just the one. He was the man. God, it's so hard to believe it's been 2 years now since we lost him. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you for everything, man. You had it all, man. There's just not just for Black Panther, but for other roles he's done before then. He was fantastic, man. There's just never going to be another man to play T'Challa like Chadwick Boseman. And it was a very respectful move that when they made Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that they decided not to hire another actor to be T'Challa. Because really, it would have not been the same even if they did go with it, because he's the one true T'Challa, the one true Black Panther. There would have never have been another man like Chadwick Boseman, and the tributes that were made to him in Black Panther Wakanda Forever were absolutely beautiful as well. It was just heart-melting. It was just, just joy just looking back in his legendary career and much more like that too. I know that he definitely would have had a lot more in the MCU if only we didn't lose him 2 years ago. He definitely would have had a lot more to give, but stuff happens in life, I remember like it was just yesterday when I found out that he passed away. It's just so hard to believe it's already been 2 years now, but his dedication and his legacy for what he did will forever be remembered and never be forgotten, so we thank him for everything that he has done. Once again, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He is T'Challa, and he is the one true Black Panther. That's all I can just say. There is nothing more greater for me to say about him. R.I.P., man. Actually, you know what? Gotta do this.
Now, because your friend murdered my father, I also wear the mantle of king. So I ask you, as both warrior and king, how long do you think you can keep your friend safe from me?
God, thank you so much, Chadwick. Thank you for everything. Man, if he wasn't in this video, it would have been not the same. Like, I know this video is already old, so, this video is old, so, it was made during the time when he was still alive, but, if this video was not, if this video did not had him included even back then, it still would have been unacceptable, especially if people were to view this video now. It would have been so unacceptable that Chadwick Boseman would have not been included. But of course, I would have still brought him up anyway, even if he wasn't. But it would have not been the same if Chadwick wasn't in this video. But anyway, that's not over yet, though, ladies and gentlemen. Now that that's taken care of in Generation West's video, so even though in my last video there wasn't a Behelit 89 video for the Wasp voice comparison, thankfully there is one for the Black Panther. So we got done checking out Generation West's Black Panther voice comparison video. Now let's see Behelit89's and check out the others he included in his video. Alright, here we are. Behelit89's Black Panther T'Challa voice comparison video. Let's go ahead and see the guys he included that was not featured in the other video. So let me take a look at it. So I better check closely because I need to make sure that I don't skip anybody. Just trying to make sure. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody.
Panther is on the prowl.
You can't hide. Wakanda down, period. Wakanda bomb. Here I come.
Maybe. Maybe to whoever that voice actor was. Let's see who else. Oh, here we go.
You hate my entire family and nation, do you not? So how do I know that you would not do these things even if I do not surrender? Ancient Wakandan teachings tell us to never trust pinky
Accent's
swears
good,
with
but
fingers.
sounds like he's trying a little bit too much, though, so I'm just gonna give that a maybe. Oh, yes. Love that game. As I mentioned before, I love the LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 better than the first one, so definite thumbs up. And as I mentioned in earlier, for that other guy that voiced Black Panther in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 1, I like this design for him in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 better than the first one. Especially that the fact it's based off, you know, Chadwick Boseman's MCU Black Panther. It just looks better.
I hate to break up this reunion,
It
but
looks
Claw
way
is
better.
probably halfway across the jungle by now.
Because I just love the details that's on the armor. That's what I love about Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther in the MCU, and even how they made it in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 is the design, because it gives away the vibranium armor, you know, it makes it look more armor-like, you know what I mean? It really shows the details. It just really helps to really show it being armor, you know what I mean? Anyway, I think there's a few more. Let's keep going.
Interest in my country.
Likely has something to do
I
with
think
the
this is the Avengers game, if I'm not mistaken, for the PS4 or whatever. I think this is that game. I think this is what it is. I know that I did see the DLC that they were going to include Black Panther in here and the Wakanda in here as well. It's pretty cool that they included that.
So you know about the corrupted vibranium.
Great voice, so thumbs up.
And people.
I know they included him and Spider-Man and probably a few other DLCs, I don't know.
Thank you, Spidey. As King of Wakanda, I traveled.
Wow. Didn't even think that this was going to be up here, but I mean, probably from older Marvel fans, they're probably never going to watch this, and I'm sure they probably could care less about this show, since this is obviously just for kids and it's on Disney Junior, but I guess it's okay. I mean, I checked out a few episodes out on YouTube. I guess it's alright, even though this is mainly for kids, because it's Disney Junior and all. Older Marvel fans could simply care less about it, and obviously because the cast is kids as well, since this is meant to be a kids show, so obviously Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales are voiced by kids, so it could be less entertaining for us adults, and they are actually starting to really roll with it, because the show's really doing good for kids, and now they're making a live show based off this. I saw that on social media, so. But I guess, you know, even though I could care less about it, but I'll still go ahead and give it a thumbs up just because of how well the show is doing for kids. You know, I gotta pay my respect to that because it's working for the kids. Because even kids love Marvel stuff nowadays, so it's working. The show is working, you know what I mean? Maybe not for us older Marvel fans, but for the kids, it works. Just because us generation of Marvel fans may not be into this kind of show right here for the kids and Disney Junior and stuff, it doesn't mean it's not bad. We just see it differently because we're older and, you know, we're used to, like, even older stuff, you know what I mean? But it works, you know what I mean? This show is good for the newer generation of Marvel fans, that's what I'm saying. So, it works. Oh, yeah, and I forgot Chadwick Boseman did voice him in Marvel's What If. I forgot about that. Man, I mean, it's fair enough because this is supposed to be kind of like based off of the MCU and what it would have been like if things would have happened. So I guess it it's all the best of the rights that Chadwick Boseman would even voice him in this. Perfectly fitting. I think even Chris Hemsworth, you know, he voiced his character Thor, and I think a lot of, Mark Ruffalo, I think, a lot of the MCU actors voiced their own characters in the series. It's pretty awesome. It makes sense, too, because this is based off of, like, MCU and what it would have been like if things would have been turned around, so it has all the rights for the MCU actors, for the characters, to voice them in the series. So it's good to see that Chadwick Boseman was able to voice his character before his sudden passing. That's great to know. It's even great that even after his death, he still is getting awards and everything. I remember there was an announcement on Google where they talked about him receiving an award for, I think it was Marvel's What If I'm not mistaken, even though he's dead. But, you know, it's great to see that, you know, even a deceased celebrity can still receive rewards and can still receive, you know, special treatment for what they did before their son passing. Because it really lets you know on how they really did such an incredible job during their time and what a strong impact they made, you know what I'm saying? So it's amazing just the love and the treatment that Chadwick Boseman is getting. He deserves all of it, man. From what he brought to the MCU as Black Panther will never ever be forgotten. Like, there will never be another Black Panther / T'Challa like Chadwick Boseman. He's the one true right there, as I already said, so I know I've already said it, but we can just keep saying it over and over and over and over again, because, seriously, he deserves it all. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, man. I guess this was totally worth it just to see him again one more time for Behemoth89's video. It's worth it. I mean, I was almost thinking about wanting to look at him one more time before I rank who my favorites for Black Panther are anyway, so it's very nice to see that he included him in this video. Because I literally wasn't even thinking that Marvel's What If was even going to be included, but that's nice he did, so this is kind of a more recent video, you know what I mean? I think it's only just a few years old, I don't know, let me see. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, it's only been about a year old. It's only a year old, so it's definitely still considered a more recent video, even though it's a year old, but it's still recent, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I check out Generation West's first, because his are older, while Behemoth89 is a more recent voice comparison. And, you know, all that. But anyway, that's all of them now. So, when it comes down to it, there was quite a lot of good ones in here. Pretty much almost everybody did okay. There was a few that did get a bit of maybes, but everybody did okay. Everybody did okay. I did not give thumbs down to anyone. If nobody's able to get a thumbs down, if nobody gets a thumbs down in these videos, then that's how you really know that these guys did a good job. I said that all these guys I bet was going to be doing a good job, and I predicted it correctly. Pretty much everybody in these two videos did great. But when it comes down to it, obviously, I have to start with my animated and video game-wise favorite voices first. Obviously, I have to go with Jeffrey D. Sams from Ultimate Avengers 2, Rise of the Panther. I'll go ahead and give it to Phil Lamar, since his voice was fantastic for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. I was impressed by his voice. He sounded fantastic. I'll also give it to... I'll give it to Kerry Payton for his voice in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, since he did a great job as well. And of course, for sure, I have to put James C. Mathis 3 up here from Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers. I definitely have to put him in here. It's a must. It's a must. So yeah, I think it's only just them four. So yeah, I think that's it. It's just those four guys. So it's just those four guys. So yeah, just them four. James C. Mathis 3, Kerry Payton, Phil Lamar, and Jeffrey D. Sams. And obviously, you already know who it is for my favorite live-action-wise. He deserves to be my favorite for live-action. He deserves to be everybody's favorite when it comes to live-action-wise, because he's the only one, and he will forever be the one true Black Panther. And you already know it. It's Chadwick Boseman. And apparently, since he did voice him in an animated series, which is Marvel's What If, I guess you can count him as animated-wise as well. So I guess, you know what, I guess I'll put them both up there as both animated-wise and live-action-wise, Chadwick Boseman, since he voiced him in the Marvel's What If. So I guess he'll count as animated and video game-wise as well. I did pretty much do that for I think kind of like Lou Ferrigno, I think, in the Hulk voice comparison, because not only did he infamously play the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk series back in the days when Bill Bixby, was Bruce Banner, Lou Ferrigno did also voice the Hulk for the animated series back in the 90s as well, around the same time when that 1994 Spider-Man animated series was around, and he did also do the infamous line for the Hulk in the Incredible Hulk movie with Edward Norton where he said Hulk smash, so, he kind of counts as animated-wise too. So I pretty much will rank him the same as Lou Ferrigno. Chadwick Boseman is my favorite for live action wise, and my fifth favorite, and is now added to my fifth favorite for animated and video game wise. So it's 5, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a total of 5. That's all of them. Jeffrey D. Sams, James D. Mathis 3, if that's what his name was. You know what I mean. James Mathis 3, Jeffrey D. Sams, Carrie Payton, Phil Lamar, and Chadwick Boseman. Those are my 5 personal favorites for Black Panther, T'Challa. I had to save Chadwick Boseman for last because it's just, you already know what I said earlier. I really don't need to say any more about him. Rest in peace once again, man. Forever. So that's my favorites, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time for y'all to comment down below and even start a conversation in the comments box and let me know who are your favorites for Black Panther T'Challa, and don't forget to share it with all your friends so you can get their opinions as well. I really would like to know, because pretty much a lot of these guys did pretty good. Is there maybe some that weren't on my favorites for a list that maybe y'all like better, or that y'all like that I didn't have as my favorites? But you never know, because everybody's got different opinions. So yeah, start a conversation and leave a comment down below what y'all think. And I guess I'll go ahead and rank her as well, because, even though they didn't include female Black Panther, I'm sure some of you probably would have wanted me to talk about it, because I mentioned Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and if you guys have seen the movie, then you already know there was going to be a new Black Panther in the movie anyway. So for the new Black Panther, which is, I think she's just called the Black Panther, if I'm not mistaken. So for the new Black Panther, which is, Shuri, I don't know how you say her name, I can't remember. What is her name again? I'm trying to remember. Shuri? I don't know. I'm trying to still get to knowing her name, alright? But I'm thinking it's Shuri? No, it's not Shuri. Shuri? Maybe it's Shuri. I could be wrong, I don't know. But you know who I'm talking about. So for her, for the new Black Panther, Shuri, I'll definitely give her a thumbs up as well. Because, I kind of did almost forget about her because I did almost forgot about her from the other previous films. I was like, oh yeah, she has been featured because I'm barely just trying to get to know her. But now that she's the new Black Panther, I already did like her performance in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Her suit looked fantastic, and I can already tell she's gonna go on to be a great Black Panther for the near future of the MCU. Can't wait to see what her Black Panther will be like in the near future. She's definitely gonna carry on the legacy of the Black Panther really well. I'm already believing in that. So, for Shuri, I'm giving her a double thumbs up as well. And pretty soon, maybe when they start featuring her Black Panther more in the near future of in Marvel, in the MCU or even another Marvel animated series, there'll be good chances, she'll be my favorite for live action then. But when it comes to T'Challa's Black Panther, you already got my 5 picks, so now it's time for y'all to vote. But anyway, that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a really good one. Was so glad and thankful that Generation West and Behelit 89 included Chadwick Boseman. It would have not been the same if he did, and I was really waiting and hoping for Chadwick Boseman, and thank goodness they put him in here. So, you got my picks, y'all vote, and until then, when I'm back with the next voice comparison reaction video, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll see y'all next time. That'll be it for today, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike to give it a thumbs down. Join me next time for the next video. To all you boys, men, and gals out there, fist bumps go to all of you. To all the girls, lazy women out there, kisses go out to all of you. But until then, this is Joe Flash signing off, and have a good day.